So I have always wanted to make a second channel, and I've had this channel for a very long time. It's been multiple different things. I've tried to do other types of content that wasn't associated with me. It didn't work. So I want to turn this channel into a separate channel from my drama channel because I've been wanting to share some of my experiences outside of like the drama, and I want to talk about like me for a bit. I know that sounds selfish, but there's a lot of things that go through my brain that I want to share with you guys, my thought process and things like that. So that's what this channel is going to be. I don't know how I'm going to do it or the content that I'm going to put over here just yet. I think this might be more just like straight up vlogging lifestyle, like my life, my reactions to things that are not like drama centric. So that's what this channel is going to be. I'm going to try to like vlog myself throughout my daily life, things that I'm doing, my reactions to things and things like that. So I hope you guys are here for it, and I hope I don't bore you. So yeah, let's see what my first vlog is going to be like.
Okay, so it's obvious, very obvious, that over the past year, I have lost a lot of weight. A lot. It's no secret. I can't hide it from you. And that's kind of the point. I wanted to lose weight. Now, I've told this story a little bit. I don't want to get too far into it because it's very nuanced, but the gist of the situation is last year in March of 2023, I had a dentist appointment. I went and they took my blood pressure. And my blood pressure, I was going to like a wellness lab at that point, and my blood pressure had always been elevated. But the dentist started talking to me about how high my blood pressure was. And it encouraged me to lose weight because I was like 241 at that point. And now I am 188.6. 188.6 or 186.6. I don't know. I try not to weigh myself too much because I don't want to get hung up on the numbers and stuff because I work out a lot. But there was a comment that was left to me on one of my videos on my drama channel, and it kind of like, it pissed me off. So I wanted to come on here and talk about it because what we're not going to do is we're not going to say that I do drugs because I don't. I'm not a drug user. So there's that. So this person left me a comment and they said, "You were so plump, Ozempic or meth. Either way, it's working well for you." Well, I tweeted out about this and I said, be so fucking for real. If I smoked meth, my skin wouldn't be this clear and I didn't take Ozempic. Not that there would be something wrong with that. The truth is I learned self-control and I am no longer a glutton. This wasn't a read. And it really, truly, it wasn't a read because if people have to take Ozempic, they have to take Ozempic. I'm not ever going to trash somebody that's wanting to get their life and their health together. I'm just not going to trash them for that. There's a lot of people out there that say, oh, it's the easy way out. I don't agree that it's the easy way out. There's still a lot that goes into that. You still have to learn. You still have to prepare yourself. You still have to do all these different things. There's no one method that's going to allow you to lose weight and keep it off. And I have kept my weight off for over a year. So fuck you, Raymond Weidenbach. So I have an idea of who this is because I posted a spicy Instagram story.
This one goes out to my ex. Because bitch, I know you're watching. And all those horrible things happening to you aren't karma. It's me.
I don't give a fuck about you. You can keep checking for me. You ain't shit. You know who you are. And that TikTok and Instagram story was dedicated to that very person. Because I know they're still fucking watching me. You're a fucking creep. You're a fucking weirdo. And as for like the meth thing, I have never, like literally, the only things I've ever done in my life is I have drank alcohol and I have smoked marijuana. Guess what? Neither of those are a crime. And I find it very offensive if you guys watched my video where I talked about how my brother blew up a meth lab, and I've talked, not extensively, but I have kind of talked about how my family is kind of like, they're all drug addicts. I mean, I'm the only one out of my family that is not a drug addict, so yay for me, I'm doing good. Let me show you what it's like growing up where I'm from with the last name that I have, because you guys are on the internet, you don't know. You're not from the small town that I'm from. It's a small town, but it's not a small town. So I've dealt with this kind of ridicule and this type of shit my entire life. And this is why.
Thanks. New this morning, overnight, there was an explosion at a mobile home in York County. It happened off Rhine Road in Clover. We know a person was seriously burned here. Cameraman Ron Lee, the first reporter to the scene. Ron, investigators told you what caused this. What did they say?
Good morning to you, John, Christine. Well, they say this was definitely a meth lab explosion. It was a process known as a shake and bake operation. Basically, they tell me what you do is you take an ordinary soda bottle, you put in some certain chemicals in there, shake that thing up, bam, there you got some meth. Unfortunately, the thing is that it is very incredibly dangerous concoction right there, and sometimes it explodes. Now, folks, take a look at this video. You can actually see some of those bottles I was talking about found at the property. Fire crews tell me that they got the call of a huge fire that was tearing apart this mobile home in York County. They got on scene and stumbled on the meth lab. At the same time, drug enforcement tells me 2 guys were seen running for the hills. Officers rounded up Doyle Dailey and Casey Burt Stiles and charged them both with manufacturing meth. Dailey actually suffered chemical burns to his hands when the thing blew up on him. Now, hazmat and cleanup crews worked through the night trying to mop up the mess. Officers tell me that this was a good-sized operation the 2 suspects had going. Judging from the amount left over, it was clear they made multiple batches. Now, coming up in 30 minutes, I'm going to tell you how neighbors had absolutely no idea what was going on just a few feet behind their property until I told them. On the road, I'm cameraman Ron Lee, WBTV, on your side.
All right, interesting information here.
The fact that people want to inject meth into this conversation, it really pisses me off because it feels like it's a slight at Nick, because we all know what has happened with Nick in the past. I am very proud of Nick. Nick is the best person that I've ever been with in my entire life. He treats me great. He treats me amazingly. Amazingly. So for somebody to try to use a slight like meth or something like that, that's like the lowest rung you could go to. That's the bottom of the fucking barrel. That's below the belt. So 1, I've never done meth. 2, I've never been around anybody that is actively doing meth. That's like a slap in my fucking face. Like, that's gross. Like, to insinuate that I would be around someone or be with someone that was doing meth, because that's what all this goes back to. That's sick. And I will never understand why somebody feels so comfortable to get on the internet to say these types of things, to make these comments to people. I find that it's usually very unhappy people doing this. It's people that have no life, people that try to attach themselves to other people to drag them down because they think it's fun. They think it's funny when it's really not. People are going through a lot right now. I'm going through a lot right now. Nick's going through a lot right now. Everybody in the entire fucking world is going through a lot right now. Probably some of you watching this video, if I have anybody watching this video, you're probably going through a fuck ton of shit too. So the last thing you need, or I need, is somebody on the internet leaving nasty fucking comments. Now, I don't let shit like this bother me too bad. It just pisses me off because it's the principle of it, because they're trying to get in. You are not going to get in on me, period. And I guess I'll talk about it here. I'm making a video on my drama channel today about Manny MUA, Laura, and all these different people that used to drag drama channels because we were reporting on the shit that they were doing. But now, all these years later, they have drama channels. And I just find that very weird, and I find that interesting because this is what you spoke out about so many times, so frequently on Twitter, Manny and Laura, about drama channels and how you guys were even best friends with the drama channel that's no longer with us. But we see people like Tana, Manny, Laura, Trisha Paytas, all these different people. And I'm going to go further in depth in the video that I post about this on my main channel. But we've seen all these people talk about drama channels, some more than others. And even with Trisha Paytas, I'll say with Trisha Paytas, like, I don't feel like she's ever slighted drama channels and not really address things. I feel like she will address things, but people like Manny and Laura, we're going to talk about in my other video that I'm going to post on my drama channel about how they deleted this podcast where they basically defended Colleen Ballinger and deleted it and ran away from it. But they still want to be drama channels, but we're held to a different standard. Can somebody make that make sense for me? But with all that said, I'm going to get going. I have a drama channel video that I have to do. I'm excited for this channel. I'm going to do a lot of different things over here. This is not going to be the run-of-the-mill drama stuff. This is just my first video, and it's kind of like an icebreaker. But thank you guys if you subscribe to this channel, if you took your time out of your day to come over here and like this video and all of that. I really do appreciate it. You guys have changed my life in ways that you will never ever begin to understand. But I hope you guys all have an amazing day, and I will see you all on my next video. Bye, guys.